And welcome back to the Create Mod here on Music Free Gaming. It is great to have you here. And I'm back here in my potion room. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get this project finished today because I'm excited, but it's been a lot of work. I've got a couple of things I need to do, so let's get into this. First on the list of things to do today is to set up these fluid containers for, well, 3 more potions. I've got 5 just for symmetry reasons, but I need 3. I need a potion of harming, I need invisibility potions, and I need weakness potions. Now, what's special about these 3 is they are made from those potions over there plus fermented spider eye. Now, I don't know about you. I don't keep fermented spider eye in my kitchen cupboard. It's just anywhere useful. So what I'm going to have to do is create a machine to craft it, and I'll worry about how to get things like mushrooms for it later. And, you know, spider eyes, because I don't keep those around either. But I'll set up a machine to craft that so I can fill these guys up, and then we'll see what other plumbing I need to get in place to get the potions from over there from that bank behind me to these guys over here. And a ridiculously long time later, I now have a machine to craft fermented spider eyes. That's right, I remember what this machine is for. Yes, it has been way too many hours, and yes, I did manage to die to my blaze farm. I was getting more blaze burners, and yeah, that didn't go well. Anyway, I've got this thing set up, and the way this thing works, I've got the smart chutes under here. These guys, well, let's free cam, it'll be easier. Got these guys set, the spider eye, sugar, brown mushrooms into these vaults. Got stockpile switches to call for more stuff when they get low. You know the drill. The sugar is already full because I'm pulling from my sugar farm. I don't have a way to automatically get brown mushrooms or spider eyes. So for now, that's just going to have to sit and wait. What happens is they come out here through these chutes, and you can kind of see that that one sugar is just sort of hanging out. But this tunnel puts the brakes on everything. This is set to forced input equality dealy bob, so that it will only send out an equal number of things out of each tunnel at the same time. Since there are no spider eyes, nothing is going out. Okay, that's fun. The way this works is when it comes out of the tunnels, the stuff is going to get sucked into these chutes. These 2 on the side, this one right here, and those will get directed down into the basin. Now you can barely see it because of all the stuff going on, but there is a mixer right there. So when those things go in, they'll get mixed and then dump out into the chute and into the storage vault. Now on top of all of that, I have a radio just sitting here waiting for somebody to call for fermented spider eye. Now, I don't have it fully set up yet because I, in fact, don't have fermented spider eye, so that's less cool than it could be. But the idea is it spills out there onto that depot, or depot, you know, take your pick, gets sucked in, up the shooty, windy goodness, and up onto the belt. And over there, where all of the stuff that needs it is going to be sitting there, well, you know, needing it. So that's that part of the plan. And speaking of needing things, this set of potion stuff is all put together. So the advantage of building it twice is that you get a chance to do it right the second time. Hey, it turns out if you put the drains on this side and the pumps, boom. That's really, really short. That's a really easy config to hook up. And then I have down here pipes going from the other potions, right? Strength, night vision, all that stuff. But going from night vision and healing through the floor, pumped up that way and into the cauldrons, or the basins, I guess they are. So that as soon as these guys get fermented spider eye, it'll start brewing up the two potions, invisibility and harming. Now, weakness only uses fermented spider eye, and I need to pump water into that basin, which, fortunately, I've got water right here. So that's going to be fairly straightforward. I just need to actually get all of the plumbing in place. So, I've got the water connected. Now, the astute of you will have noticed that when I hovered over this guy, it said awkward potion, and that's not water. What sort of silly person would connect their awkward potion when they needed water? We're not going to talk about how I accidentally did that and then had to connect this up to water. No, we're not going to. We're just going to enjoy the fact that I have water from this fluid tank coming through these pipes all the way now over here. So if I drop in a fermented spider eye, I think I should be able to get potions of weakness, which will be fabulous. Now that this side's all set up, I have one more thing I want to do, but it's going to have to wait just a little bit. So the way these things are set up is I've got these smart chutes up here that suck in the fermented spider eye. But notice all three of these take fermented spider eye, right? That means that if one of these wants some, I have to completely fill all of this up before I can move on to the next one. Which, you know, is a thing. It actually won't take too long given the large amounts of potion I have there and how easy it is to get those things. So that's a little bit annoying. I can potentially come down here with radio links right on the stockpile switch and have it radio up to the top that says, hey, I'm done. Go ahead and lock, which is great. But if all three of these want fermented spider eye, it's going to go through harming first and then invis and then a weakness. Annoying, but honestly not that big a deal when it comes down to it. Ultimately, I'm going to have a spider farm and a mushroom farm, so I'll be able to automate that, but that's a little ways off yet. So I'm going to be working next on the actual redstone generator. Now that I can make, oh, what the heck is it? The nether powder stuff. This stuff, cinder flour. Awesome, I can make that. I've got all of the piping I need for the, what is this, potion of strength, so I can make redstone. But this has been frustrating me as I'm trying to get this. So I think what I want to do is, before I get involved with getting that set up, I want to figure out what this wall on this side of the room is doing, so I have a better idea of where I can put this, the room I've got to work with, and that sort of thing. Yeah, I just decided for now, I'm going to go with the simple wall. Okay. I do want to bring in some more details. I've got the logs things here, and I'm going to be probably covering up a lot of stuff on this row where the barrels are. I haven't gotten into the details of that yet. I think by closing this off here, I'll have basically all of this room here that I can play with, right? I don't have to try to run the wall out this way, which was my original plan, and then try to squeeze everything in and make it turn. No, I can just come out this way, have cinder flour storage here, and I really need two factories over here. I need the redstone, but I also want a space where I can put in space for gunpowder. That's the thing. That's the word I'm looking for. Because gunpowder also works this way, where you take cinder flour, but it uses potions of harming. So I could pump all of that over here and generate both of those things. So that is going to be awesome. And by setting the room up this way, I'm going to have a lot more room to play with. It's going to be I think a much simpler lay this out and make it work. All right, so the way this is going to work is the cinder flour is going to get pulled into this chest, which will get fed down these chutes onto this mechanical belt and fed in front of these two barrels. Now, they're facing out. I actually want them to face in because they'll suck into these. And sort of the idea is I'm going to come out with, not that way. And actually, I'm going to use andesite funnels, but this will demonstrate just fine. Is I'm going to have belts coming out this way for the two different things I want to craft here, the redstone and the gunpowder. And basically, I'm just going to pump up out of these pipes just over the mechanical belt that's coming this way. And then into storage that sits here, which is then convenient because I can extend this out and I can have that storage dump right onto one of these belts and right out to my storage and wherever else I need it to go. So that, I think, is going to be the plan. All right, so I have the first pump hooked up, and this is the one for the potion of strength, which means this is the redstone generator. So if I flip this up, what I should see, yes, I should see potion of strength. There it is, right up there into the funnel. Awesome. So if I were to take a little bit of the cinder flour, I'll just throw it in this barrel. Right, you can see it's getting spit on by the funnel, and it's shooting redstone dust off the end because I have nothing to catch it. But there it is. Fully automated generated redstone. This is going to make dealing with my redstone factory up on the roof so much nicer. All right, now I didn't really have any need to do this, but I did hook up the night vision, which means if I throw a little bit of cinder flour in here, it can feed through and I get glowstone, which is awesome. Not something I was really in need of, but since I was here hooking up all the plumbing, I figured why the heck not? It seems like a thing to do. So I've got storage vaults to store all of the output, like the redstone and all that goodness coming out of, out of the factory. I wanted to put all these back to back and lock the hoppers or these chutes and stuff. Unfortunately, the redstone for that was just a little bit silly, and since I only have the 3 outputs here, I can have these just stick out the sides, and we'll just call that good. The next thing to do is going to be to hook up another mechanical belt so that I can run the output of all of this stuff over here onto this belt and then eventually to my storage. So, yeah, cool. Let me go do that. I think I have this working. So, I had to shift some things around a little bit so I could set up some redstone. But basically, I have it set now so that if I end up with these storage vaults full of either glowstone, redstone, or gunpowder, it will lock these. And if any of these are still asking for stuff, it turns off the torch, so it'll take the cinder flour and unlocks this smart vault so everything will drop through. If all of these are done requesting stuff, let me go simulate that real quick. Well, maybe by having it point the right way. If everything's turned off, it'll block this chute. No more cinder flour will come through here. This might fill up, but it won't send any more down, and that will stop the perpetual brewing and crafting of stuff, which could be a little bit of a problem. So, cool. So the next thing I need to do is put a little shut-off switch up top on that chest so that if that gets full of cinder flour, it'll say, "Stop sending me redstone." And so the whole system will shut off. All right, so I fed a little netherrack into the system, and boom, you can see it now feeding redstone dust right through here. Keeps putting, you know, just a little potion of strength on that. Awesome. So that's just going to go and fill out all the all the cinder flour from all the netherrack I've got. Now, I just need to be sure I've got enough blaze rods in there for blaze powder to keep the potion of strength going. But for now, I think I'm okay. I just need to actually have a way to get stuff out of here. Maybe I'll go get some chutes and actually connect those to the output line. That would be cool. All right, and that is going to do it for me today. This has been a long, long project, frustrating at times, but I am now generating redstone dust, which will make things so much easier later on. Now, I need to clean this up and make it pretty, but for now, you know, I can live with it. But we'll call it for today. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, even smash that notification bell. It's all good. And I will see you next time. And until then, be excellent to each other. This is Music Free Gaming signing off.